What is the surprising history of property taxation in the US? Imagine a system that started with simple land charges and grew into a complex web, affecting millions of homes and businesses today. That's the story of property taxes in the United States. It all began in the late 1700s and early 1800s when the federal government imposed basic land taxes. But most of the development happened at the state and local levels, where property taxes became a steady way to fund schools, roads, and local services. At first, taxes were based on how much land you owned, measured in acres. If you had 10 acres, you paid a fixed amount regardless of how valuable the land was. But as economies grew, states like Illinois in 1818, Missouri in 1820, and Tennessee in 1830 started taxing property based on its market value. This method, called ad valorem taxation, meant that wealthier property owners paid more because their property was worth more. It made the system fairer and more aligned with the actual value of what people owned. By the late 1800s, most states required properties to be valued uniformly. This helped ensure everyone was taxed fairly within their local area. Real estate became the main source of local government revenue because it was visible, fixed, and its value was easier to estimate. This money paid for schools, fire departments, and roads as communities expanded rapidly. During the late 1800s and early 1900s, taxes weren't just on land and buildings. They also included tangible personal property like vehicles and livestock, and intangible property such as stocks or business debts. For example, Michigan's General Property Tax Act of 1893 taxed all these types at their fair market value, making the system broader and more comprehensive. After World War II, property values soared, and governments increased their assessments and tax rates to keep up. This sometimes caused frustration among homeowners who faced rising bills, leading to protests. The biggest pushback came in the 1970s with the property tax revolt movement. California's Proposition 1000 in 1978 was a game changer. It limited property tax rates to 1% of assessed value, capped annual increases, and required supermajority votes for raising taxes. This law changed how states approached property taxes. Many created special districts to fund specific services without raising overall tax rates. Despite these limits, property taxes still fund most local government services. The assessment process plays a key role here. Local assessors estimate the market value of each property, making sure taxes are fair. They look at recent sales, property size, improvements, and location to determine the value. The history of property taxes shows a constant balancing act. Governments want enough revenue to serve communities, but taxpayers want fairness. Over time, the system evolved from simple land charges to a broad, value-based system that still faces challenges today. It's a story of adaptation, resistance, and ongoing effort to keep the process fair and transparent.